Hello students, I am Shiv Goswami. I am going to discuss today second question of 12th class board exam, how to make notes. First of all, you should know you shall be given unseen passage of about 600 to 700 words, and there will be two questions after the passage. One, to make the notes with appropriate abbreviations. Second question, to write the summary of the passage. So how to write the note making? First of all, we are discussing the note, how to make the notes. First of all, before we discuss the note making, you should know the format of note making. Introduction. First of all, note making. And format of note making. It is question number 2. Question number 2. First of all, title. Titles will be underlined. And here, key to abbreviations used. Heading number A, main heading. Main heading should be underlined. And taking the margin of one word at least, subpoint. And taking the margin of 2 fingers, subpoint. Subpoint number 2, subpoint number B, then subpoint number 2, then main points B. And proper symmetry A, 1, 2, then B, 1, 2. Then the same thing like yesterday, because this page is not sufficient, continue to dot and then continued from. Now what is the process? Actually, a passage is given and marking scheme goes in this way. One for the title, 1 marks. Note making, notes, 2 marks. Abbreviation, 1 marks. This is for the note making. And summary, 2 plus 2. It is as per this year. In this year's paper, earlier there was a different. Note taking used to be of 5 marks and summary of 3 marks. In this way 8 marks. This question number is of 8 marks total. The division of 8 marks in this way: 1 for the title, 2 for the notes, 1 for abbreviations, and second question, it is the first question, means 1A, and this is question number 1B. Summary has 2 parts, content and expression. In this way it is of 8 marks, and you are supposed to devote 25 minutes. Time management at the same time, never more than half an hour. If you are devoting more than half an hour for question number 2, it means you will not be able to complete the paper in time. At the same time, I am also giving you the time management, 25 to 30 minutes for this question. Now the question is, what is note making, why it is very important, and note making should be done, should be practiced before we actually start literature. The lessons of flamingo, vistas or poetry, before them we should know how to make the notes. Note making will certainly help you in every subject, not only in English. Actually, whatever being spoken by the teacher, you are listening, you will not be able to learn exactly what is spoken before you. So you are preparing your notes. In the notes, at the time of making notes, there are certain words which take long time in writing, so you use them in abbreviation. Your motto is to write with speed and accuracy. So abbreviation will certainly help you. But here in the board, CBSE board, marks are awarded for the abbreviation. Abbreviation should be at least 5, 4 to 5 or 6, not more than 6. 5 sufficient. Because if 4 abbreviations are there, only then you shall have the marks 1 for the abbreviation. And notes 2 marks. So at least 3 points or 4 points, 3 to 6 main points should be there. You see, it is main point. Main point can be numbered as capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D. And subpoints, this main point number A is having 2 subpoints A and B, small a and small b. And this is the subpoint of main point A. This A point has 2 subpoints, number 1, number 2. This is the one way. Second way, you can also, main point number 1, 1.1 and 1.1.1, 1.1.2. In this way they can also be numbered. So for the well recognition, it is better to write the main heading with capital letters. There should be 4 main headings, and every main heading should have subpoints. I say there should be 4 main headings: main heading number A, main heading number B, main heading number C, main heading number D. At least 4. Because each main heading is having division of, you see, 2 marks for the notes. And if 4 main headings are there, then in one you are getting half marks, only then you shall be able to get full marks in the note making. So at least 4 main points should be there. Okay, and every main point should have subpoint, at least 2 or 1, and every subpoint or some subpoints, if not every, should have subpoint. Is clear? And under this format there should be the note making. Now how to write the notes? In note making there must be no sentence, only the points without sentence. And title must be no sentence, it should be a phrase. In the title writing, if there are 4 words but not the sentence, out of 4 words, starting word must be capital, and other words except cap, 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 C for connector, A for article, article A in the connector, since, as, because, etc., and P for preposition, P for preposition. If they are in the middle of the title, this should be small, not capital, or all the letters used in the title should be capital. So this is the characteristic of the title writing. How to write the correct title? First quality of the title, it should be a phrase, not a sentence. And if the phrase is having more words, and out of many words, some of them are under the category of cap, 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 C for connector. Connector means since, as, because, etc. A means article, A in the, B means preposition, on, upon, etc. If they are, they should be small. Otherwise, first letter of each word should be capital. This is the way. And what is title? Before I tell you something about the title, you should know what is an atom. Atom is the smallest piece of the thing which contains all the important ingredients of that thing. Smallest piece, छोटे से छोटा piece, मगर उसमें उस चीज की सारी components, सारी qualities होती हैं. That is called an atom. In the same way, title is the phrase, smallest piece, which contains all the important qualities of the passage. The passage can be of 100 words, 200 words, 600 words, 700 words. This title must contain all the important ingredients of the title. That is the best title. So, for title writing, I'll give you an example in Hindi. Example is, वह आता था, वह जाता था, दो टूक कलेजे खाता, पछताता, पथ पर जाता, पेट पीठ दोनों एक, चल रहा लकुटिया टेक, वह आता था, वह जाता था. What should be the title of this Hindi poem? One word title, Bhikhari. Because this word Bhikhari has all the important ingredients of this poem. What? वह आता था, वह जाता था. भूखम किम न करोति पापम, भूखा है, आ रहा है, जा रहा है, भूख की तलाश में, रोटी की तलाश में. आजकल बेचारे केजरीवाल ने मजदूरों को भगा दिया है, इधर उधर भटक रहे हैं, भूख लग रही है, प्यासे हैं, भूखे हैं, बड़ी व्यवस्था हो रही है, हमारे मथुरा में बड़ी व्यवस्था की जा रही है. तो भिखारी क्या? वह आता था, वह जाता था, दो टूक कलेजे खा, जो मिल जाए खा रहा है बेचारा, दो टूक कलेजे खाता, पछताता, पथ पर रास्ते पर जाता, पेट पीठ दोनों एक, भूख के मारे पेट और पीठ दोनों एक हो रहे, चल रहा लकुटिया. सो भिखारी इज द वर्ड which contains all the important ingredients of the poem. So Bhikhari is the correct title. And here your title, okay, should be of phrase which contains all the important ingredients of the passage. Now, let us suppose, I am giving you the very practical example. You are the student. You are the students of Sri Jawahar Saraswati Vidya Mandir. Your principal is Dr. Ajay Sharma. One day, in the month of July, it can be, Dr. Ajay Sharma spoke something for half an hour. If what Mr. Ajay Sharma, Dr. Ajay Sharma spoke for half an hour, if that is typed well, it will take more than 10 pages, agree? He is speaking for half an hour. And if his speech of half an hour is typed, well typed, it will cover more than 10 pages. And by the way, one of you absent and you want to know from your friend what new thing happened in our school. Your friend tells you nothing new, but principal spoke for half an hour in the Bandra assembly. It's a matter of great surprise for you, because generally principal does not speak, but principal spoke. You are very much curious. You want to know what he speak on. Then you are telling to your friends. You will not be able to tell exactly what principal spoke. Half an hour. You will be telling in nutshell, in the smallest possible way. You shall be telling principal spoke about the beginning of the school, calendar of the school, when should the classes start, or indiscipline in the school, co-curricular activities of the school. So in 3 or 4 points, you could tell the summary of what principal actually spoke. This is called note making. Indirectly, orally, while speaking, you are doing the task of note making. So let us suppose principal spoke for half an hour, Dr. Ajay Sharma spoke for half an hour. If what he spoke for half an hour is well typed and given to you, and the question is before you, make notes of this content. How shall you make the notes? The title is clear. Title is what? Principal's speech. It will be the title. Or school round the year. It can also be the title. Or any different relevant title. Actually, minutes of principal's speech can also be. Minutes of principal's speech. Yes. So my question is, principal's speech is in your hand. The passage, the copy, hard copy in your hand. And question is before you. What question? Make notes of the passage. Passage is the principal's speech. Now title, I have already told you what are the characteristics of the title, what are the qualities of the title. Title means like the atom which has all the important ingredients from the beginning, middle, end. That is the title. So principal's speech is the best title. Now in the principal's speech, P capital, apostrophe S, speech S capital, two words are there. And if you want to write the other heading, school round the year. School round the year. Round is preposition, R should be small, year. Or all the letters should be capital. You should know. I am writing this title. Title. Principal's speech. Underline the title. It is must. Principal's speech is the title. Now, I'm telling you how to make notes. Speech is there. In your paper, you shall be given the paper. And there will not be division in the paper. So I say there should be 4 heading, at least 4 heading. So make the bland division of the paper. 4 paper is there, and you divided the paper in 4 parts, equal parts, bland division. And at the one division, A, B, C, D, these are the 4 headings, 4 parts of the, okay. Because it is, why? Let us suppose your geography teacher gives you the India's map of India, and he wants you to make the map of India exactly as it is. It is very difficult for you. You are not an artist. Your art in painting and drawing is very poor. So you shall be in the problem. So those who are in the problem cannot make the solution. Think of the solution. What is the solution then? Divide the India's map into 10 parts, 5 parts, equal parts. First A part, Jammu Kashmir, area of Jammu Kashmir, like the Hindi U and other parts. Now your concentration is focused on A part. If you look at the India's map as a whole, it will certainly worry you, create problem before you. Now you are not looking at the complete map. Now you are looking at the part of the map, 1/10 part of the map. 1/5 part of the map, so it will not create problem. Your problem divided. Earlier you had 100% problem, now you have only 10% problem. So you are able to make the one part, then be second part, third part, and you are also trying to make a link. In this way you shall be able to prepare the India's, to make India's map in your copy. In the same way, passage is before you. Divide the passage into 4 equal parts and name those parts as A, B, C, D. Now read the A part and find out the title in the A part. Main title you have already given, principal's speech. And now you are reading A part, and what is the title of A part? That is the A heading, main heading number A. In the same way, main heading number B, main heading number C, D, E. In this way you shall be able to find out the main headings A, B, C, D. 4 main headings I said should be there. When 4 main headings are there, now what are those 4 headings? 4 main headings are there. Number first, A heading, timetable framed. A heading, time table framed. First main heading, timetable framed. First main heading. It is from the speech of principal Dr. A.J. Sharma. And timetable of the classes. Main subpoint, timetable, TM, time, full stop, table of classes. You see, full stop, this is the abbreviation. And this is the, just in front of the abbreviation you are writing the key, time. You can also make the key after note making separately, but it is not practical. In the board exam, the evaluator will see, because I had been the HE, I know what is the weakness of the examiners, of the evaluators. They want to see the abbreviation used inside the note making. They will not read your key. Those who write the key separately, sometimes they are in the loss. So it is better and advisable for you to write the abbreviation and just in front of the abbreviation key. Because if the examiner is feeling difficulty in understanding the abbreviation, if the abbreviation is confusing the examiner, so he can be able to see the meaning of this abbreviation in the key just in front of it. And if you have written the key separately in the next page, it is not practical. So better to write the key just in front of the abbreviation used by you. Abbreviation means short form, and it must have the full stop. And timetable of classes. And timetable of classes, now classes, timetable of junior classes, timetable of senior classes. You see JR full stop, SR full stop. So in the key junior, in the key senior. What is the spelling of senior? Senior. In this way, your first part means your A heading, subpoint A, subpoint 1 and 2 complete. It is under timetable framed. Now in the timetable framed, timetable of senior classes can be differently. Timetable of school, you can write here first trip from 8 p.m. 8 a.m. sorry. Second trip from 9 a.m. In this way, hence what do we see? your A main heading A, subpoint of A and B, A is having subpoint 2, B is having subpoint, it is complete. Your main heading A with subpoints, subpoint is complete. Now second main point, morning assembly. Morning assembly. In the morning assembly, there are two main headings. These two main headings in the morning assembly are prayer and national song, news views. Okay, prayer and national song. Abbreviation, national song. In this way, you shall be able to make a notes. Or C point, indiscipline in the school, indiscipline in the school. Main point, indiscipline in the school. Sub point, indiscipline among senior classes. Sub point, students coming late. Second sub point, students not doing homework. Second sub point, indiscipline among junior classes. Sub point, students making noise in the class. Students without homework, without uniform, fighting. In this way, you shall be able. This is principal's speech. These are all are the parts of principal's speech. And third point can be co-curricular activities in the school. Under this main heading of co-curricular activity in the school, you can write outdoor games, indoor games, and you can name outdoor games and indoor games. For senior classes, for junior classes, you can. In this way, what had been the worry of principal in his speech, and what compelled the principal to speak for half an hour? The soul of the speech should be the part of note making. What actually principal? Now I want to tell you what is not written, what is not the part of note making. Speaker speaks to justify his point of view. He gives certain quotations by somebody else, by Shiv, by Modi, by Mahatma Gandhi, by Jawaharlal Nehru. He gives quotations. Why? To justify his point of view. Remember, quotations are not the part of note making. Remember. Secondly, to justify his point of view, he gives some examples. Examples are not the part of note making. What the writer's actual point of view is a part of note making. What is the essence of the passage is a part of note making. So before you make the notes, before you summarize, actually I'm defining the note making. Note making is the summary. Note making is the summary in heading, subheading and sub-subheading. In points, subpoints and sub-subpoint. And what is summary? Summary is the note making in sentences. In note making, there must be no sentence. Phrase should be there. If sentences are written, it means it is not the proper note making. You are likely to lose some marks in the board exam. There must be no sentence. Phrase. You should know the difference between phrase and sentence. Sentence means subject is there, predicate is there. In phrase, this is not such thing. There is no such thing in phrase. So again I define you and I differentiate between note making and summarizing. Note making is the summary in points, subpoints and sub-subpoints with no sentence. And summary is the note making not in points but in sentences. So it is You must know the difference between this. And abbreviation at least 5 should be there. The things is clear. First of all, read the passage. I would like to suggest you to attempt the question of note picking. Okay, either this should be the first question or second question in your attempting way. Why I want you to attempt this question first of all or second of all? There are two reasons. First reason, let us suppose that as per the time management, 25 minutes given for it, and if you try to attempt this question last of all, then what will happen, you know? In the last of all, the examiners on the duty, invigilators will say only 30 minutes are left. Then the words of the invigilator, what words? The 30 minutes are left. They will not let you concentrate. You will lose your concentration. You will not be able to focus. You will be reading, but your mind will be in the worry whether I shall be able to. So you shall not be grasping what you are reading. In the note picking, reading and grasping, reading and understanding should go together. Only then you can justify the note making, otherwise not. Last of all, your concentration will be diverted by the call of the invigilator. Only half an hour is left. So you will lose the essence of the note making. So I would like you to attempt this note making first of all or second of all. Let us suppose you are attempting textual question last of all.
कोरोना वायरस से अपनी पढ़ाई को संक्रमित न होने दें। जुड़े हमारी ऑनलाइन क्लासेस से।